everyone, my name is Aadhavan Kubendran and I'm in 4th grade at Rosalie Carter Elementary School. This is my Virginia Scrapbook project. Firstly, I would like to express my gratitude to my teacher, Mrs. Arcaro, and then my dad for visiting those historic places. My first visit to the Washington Monument in D.C. I choose this location because it's an iconic landmark in Washington, D.C. Dedicated to our first President of the United States, George Washington. It's a magnificent structure standing 555 feet tall. I liked it so much. Then my second visit to the Heritage Farm Museum. I chose this location because it's about our traditional farming practices. Farming is the backbone of all countries. It provides the essential food source for communities. Without farming, there would be no food. So you know how we live in a world with cars, computers, and supermarkets? Well, a long time ago, people lived differently. They grew their own food, made their own clothes, and used horses to get around. The Heritage Farm Museum is like a time machine that takes us back to those days. My third place to the AADHI Mill Historic Park. AADHI Mill Historic Park is a super cool place where you can learn about how people used to make things like flour and bread a long time ago. You can see a big old mill that used to grind grain into flour and even watch it work. It's like a trip back in time to see how things were made before we had supermarkets and stores. Manassas National Battlefield Park. Manassas National Battlefield Park is a special place where a big war called the American Civil War took place a long time ago. It's like a big outdoor museum where you can learn about how soldiers fought and lived during that time. You can explore old buildings, see monuments, and even walk on the same ground where the soldiers fought. It's like stepping into a history book, but way more fun. You will learn about how the war was fought and why it was important. Plus, you might even spot some cool old cannons or artifacts that soldiers used. My fifth and final visit to the Sully Historic Site. So Sully Historic Site is like a really old house that's still standing and looking pretty cool. It was built a long time ago, like over 200 years ago, by a family called the Lees. It's like a time capsule where you can see how people used to live, what they used to wear, and what they used to play with. You can even see the old kitchen where they cooked food over a fire, and the stable where they kept horses. It's like a big playhouse, but instead of toys, there are old things like furniture, clothes, and tools that people used a long time ago. And it's all kept nice and pretty, like a big museum, so we can learn about and appreciate the past. Thank you, bye.